All right, guys. This is just a brief taste of things to come. Got a lot of exciting things for the channels. Um, oh, crap. Sorry, I had this set up. I was actually going to start one of the shows this morning, and I forgot to put this on Twitch. But yeah, a lot of exciting things coming up. Gonna have some things on some channels, some things on the others. But as far as everything will be on YouTube for now. Pretty much everything will be on Kick for now. As far as Twitch goes, I'm gonna have a morning show that'll be on everything except for Kick. Sorry, everything except for Twitch. And then I'm gonna have, for the most part, I'm not putting anything on Rumble because, as we all know, Rumble isn't very much liked by mainstream anything. So every time that I put something on Rumble as well as the others, if I ever include Rumble like I did now, this is a test run for that too. I just want to make sure that it'll work. But anytime I put anything on Rumble, everything shuts down. So I'm only going to put the morning show on Rumble, and I'm going to sacrifice putting it on Twitch for that. But currently, I'm going to have the morning show, which I'm going to do 3 days a week. And then eventually, I'm going to have like a weekend update, daily show kind of vibe. But I'm going to have that on Saturdays. And that's going to be on YouTube. That's going to be on Kick for sure. And it's going to be on. I'll probably end up having it on Twitch so long as it doesn't get me any strikes. And if it doesn't get me strikes, I'll keep it on Twitch. But if it does, then I'll probably switch that show to Rumble. But that's going to start by the end of October. Everything else, the morning show, it was going to start this morning, but I got a late start. I apologize. But it's going to be 3 days a week. And it's pretty much going to be Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Friday morning. I'm gonna keep the stream going with Peter plays the the scary stuff. I'm pretty sure after I'm done with Resident Evil here in a couple of weeks, which I did just in time for the announcement and the first couple of trailers for Resident Evil 9, which is supposed to be Leon Kennedy's final starring role in the Resident Evil games. So I thought that was kind of perfect, accidental, cool timing. But I've had a lot of requests to do Hello Neighbor. If anyone else has any other requests, please put those in the chat on any of the platforms that I'm on. But yeah, that's just one of the few things I'm going to do. Some of the things I'm going to go over on the morning show will be a lot of South Park news. A lot's been going on with South Park. I'm going to watch a video. Blooms, I've noticed does a lot and go really in-depth deep dives. He misses a few things here and there, but I can normally pick up on those. I've been a huge South Park fan since the show came out, and I don't know. I think I can add not a lot because he does do a lot, but a little bit to it. And then I'm going to cover some of the Ethan Klein case against the Hassan orbiters. And it's not that I have anything for or against any of those people. I just find it really interesting, and I don't like that. I bear in mind tired of streaming to zero. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, I am tired of that. Yeah, I'll copy that information down, and we'll see what we can't work out. I'm of course going to see if you're legit because I get people offering me these things every stream. If you're real, love you to death. If not, the opposite. But yeah, like I said, this is a test run. I don't normally stream in the mornings, but it's going to start being a thing. I think the morning show will be pretty good. I'm not expecting what I'm getting on the night show when I'm consistent, but I am expecting it to be at least serviceable. So, but yeah, I've got those shows coming up, and then I've got I'm writing a couple other things. I might actually. I've got some software to help me with my editing so I can put clips and all that on all the things so you guys can see and share some smaller clips with your friends because I know anything 45 minutes to an hour or longer is kind of daunting to share with anybody. So that's going to be that. But that's all for today. I just want y'all to know that I'm going to start a few new shows. Everything's going to be on YouTube for now. Everything's going to be on Kick, like I said. And then there's going to be a split between Twitch and yeah. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. I don't get a lot of notifications for when people watch it outside of the stream itself. But I am gonna get better about going back and reading the comments and yeah, I love recommendations. Anything that you think that me doing as myself, or as Peter, or as Crunk, or even Stewie, or anyone else that I do, um, that'd be fantastic. I love any recommendations. If you think it's a good fit for the kind of games that I don't suck at least not too much, and anything that'll be good in any of those voices, or just as my fairly calm, wacky self. I'm here for it. I love recommendations. I love to, entertain. I will get on the table and dance. I'm not above that. Except for my blood pressure. My blood pressure might not hold up, but doing things. But thank you. No, I love doing impressions, and I've gotten pretty good at it. I had a speech impediment growing up, so doing the impressions kind of helped me focus on my words and how I, say them, and kept me from stuttering so much. You can see when I talk as myself, I tend to stammer a bit more. Um, but yeah, no, I absolutely. But yeah, I'm gonna do the morning show. If you want, start the video once I kick off of this and see what I got going. But basically, I'm gonna start a morning show 3 days a week, probably Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's gonna be probably 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna do a little bit of reacting to certain things, the Ethan Klein lawsuit, some blooms. I love South Park, and they poke the bear, and I think a lot of conservatives and liberals are getting overly pissed off because they don't really understand what's going on. South Park has always been counterculture, and right now, love it or hate it, conservatives seem to have the culture, so they're making fun of conservatives like they did back when they first started, which it's getting back to roots. I think that's why they went back to, they swapped Saddam Hussein out for Trump and all that. I think it's brilliant. They went back to the dick and fart jokes, but it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of liberals think they're like, yeah, now they're back on our side, and a lot of conservatives are like, oh my God, how could they do this? They were on our side for so long. What changed? The world changed. That's all. But yeah, like I said, they're counterculture, and they always go against things. I will say, some conservatives, mostly the ones pointed out in the video, except for whatever the lady who's in charge of the things. Yeah, I don't like to get too into politics, but I do like making fun of people. So you'll see me doing that a lot. And I think a lot of the political stuff I'm going to try to keep off of Twitch. And we'll see how YouTube handles it. They've really cut back on a lot of their censorship. Like you can even cuss in the first 5 minutes of a video now, so that's always fun. But yeah, I don't want to get too into it because I don't really go either side. I'm strictly in the middle. I've got some things I'm liberal about. I've got some things I'm conservative about. I think both sides are nuts. Depending on how nuts they are is how well thought of they are, and whoever's more nuts usually tends to lose. So we'll see how the rest of the Trump presidency goes, and if conservatives don't, get too cocky strutting around. Maybe they'll keep power, and maybe they'll completely lose their minds like the other side did and lose power. We'll see. Like I said, I don't care, just as long as I don't know, prices are pretty good right now, but other than that, like I said, I don't like to get too into it, at least not publicly. I mostly just like to make fun of my friends on both sides because they're all nuts. But the Ethan Klein thing's very interesting to me. There's a few other cases out there, and South Park's always fun for me. But anyway, that's all for this morning. Like I said, I was going to start earlier, but I figured I'd give Rumble a test, because every time I try to do anything on Rumble, it always it always messes up the stream as a whole. So so far pretty good. I'm gonna try to keep this to okay. We're over 10 minutes now. That's usually when it starts to mess up, but it's I've only ever done all four when it messes up, so maybe streaming to just three platforms will be the sweet spot. But like I said, I'm gonna post everything on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and so long as I don't get flagged on Twitch, I'll keep most things on Twitch. But I'll probably put the morning show on Rumble as opposed to Twitch, and then keep YouTube and Kick in the loop as always, because those will be the big. YouTube for big views, and then Kick once I do get monetized on there, like I am on Twitch, we'll get things will start kicking over there. But the goal is to have I got a couple of guys who are fixing to start channels themselves, and then we'll start live streaming online multiplayer. That's coming hopefully by the end of the year, but more feasibly, considering we don't make a lot of money, we'll probably do it around tax time for sure. I'm gonna help them build their rigs. It's bear in mind, same as the rest of it. So yeah, if you got Amazon Prime, by all means, if you haven't used your free monthly subscription that you get through Amazon Prime on Twitch, but yeah, it's bear in mind. It should have the same little avatar of me with my brain popping out on there. But yeah, so far I've streamed all the same things on all of it, but eventually I will start doing exclusive content for all of them. And if I can convince someone to do it with me, I'm going to start a Mystery Science Theater type show, which will probably it'll either be on YouTube memberships if I get monetized on YouTube by the time I get around to starting that one. I've got someone I'm trying to convince to do it with me. And if not there, then I might even do a Patreon. I really don't want to do a Patreon, but if I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, then that's probably what it'll have to be. But if not, then I'll do it on YouTube memberships, the members only section. Look, I know I don't get a lot of people on here, but I truly appreciate everyone that watches, everyone that comments, everything. It really helps me out and gets me the good feels, inside. The same thing that cake gets me. Oh my God, I love cake. But yeah, no, I really appreciate everything. I can't say it enough, so I'm gonna stop saying it now before I build up your ego and get you all large-headed like myself, sir. But that's all for this morning. Like I said, starting Monday, I'm gonna get up early, do a little quick workout, and then get some coffee in me and start the morning show on Monday. Probably either with something on the Ethan Klein thing, or there's a video from Blooms about the most recent episodes of South Park. I watched a little bit of it, and then I watched a little bit of this guy called Nux that watches it. He's a little more conservative than I generally tend to lean, but he's funny, and I don't know. I think I'm going to try a couple things. I'm going to try just reacting to things, and then I'm going to do a reaction to people that I find interesting or funny, just to mix things up a little bit. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for your support, especially you, Mr. Vince. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much, and If people don't like you generally, who cares? You don't want to hang out with them anyway. They're jerks. That being said, we'll see you next time, guys. Oh, I'm probably going to jump on tomorrow morning to do the show that I meant to do this morning. More than likely.